Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's hump day. Wednesday. Wicked Wednesday.
Dirty.
Yeah, it's your boy, OG Big Sam, aka Mr. White.
Mr.
Uh,
White.
my homeboy, my partner, my old lineman, the franchise in here this evening. What's up, man?
What's happening, Sam? What's going on, y'all? Hey, I'm back, baby.
Well, shoot, it's been pretty interesting leading into the league's new fiscal year coming up and activities that are getting ready to get started. You know, but the activities of as it were that has been going on right here in our great little fair city of Atlanta. Um, Kind of so you leave you scratching your head. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time. Now, Ted Fontenot has decided to do his best. My name is Bennett. I ain't in it. Impression. Uh, by acknowledging that Mr. Squeaky Clean Dirty Kirk Cousins was only on the injury report once, just one time. Hmm. Okay. All right. So what you're saying is, the paperwork was done but on one report, but he sat up on Good Morning Football and said he played hurt from week 10 on. Now, Homer and Bart, who lying? Who? I mean, I would really like to know who's lying. You know, uh, because Kirk Cousins in front of the world, Super Bowl week, media day, media week, and just week 10. Oh, I played hurt. I played hurt. All those things. And Raheem, remember now, Raheem 5 straight weeks. Kirk Cousins is our best chance to win. I'm just curious. Who? Somebody lying? I mean, a lot of these Inspector Gadget as GMs out here that are talking about how Terry Seat's supposed to be hiding. He got a place and he 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 need to be fired and this, that, and the third. And uh, Terry Fontenot is the one man's job in this organization that's safe, contrary to popular belief or popular want. He's one man that's done his job. But uh uh um inquiring minds want to know. I mean, in video documentary evidence, you watched the season go down the drain, and Kirk Cousins said it himself. He played hurt week 10, week 11, week 12, week 13, 14. He said he played hurt. And go back and check tape now. After every last one of them games, Raheem in the microphone. Kirk Cousins give us the best chance to win. Now let me ask you, Inspector Jackson. What does the evidence tell you?
Well, I ain't no expert, but I'm gonna just put it like this: since Kirk Cousins is a veteran in this league, you would think that if there was any person that can get themselves out of a rut that was going on for numerous weeks, it would
Mm.
be the veteran quarterback that we have starting for our Atlanta Falcons.
You like that?
You like that?
Yeah.
That's what now I think personally, this is just me, they pick I mean, now throughout all the bullshit, you know, I think they picked the do I think that they could have, made the switch earlier? Possibly. Do we know that Kirk Cousins was gonna, fall off the cliff just like that? I don't think anybody could see that coming. But I think regardless of, whether we could have, went to the playoffs or won our division or any of that, I think they picked the perfect time, the perfect team for Penix to, to come in. That's just me.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I
It is.
mean, the Giants are, they've been quite ass for some years. So
Well, we're gonna get to that. It, because there's a lot being discussed, you know what I'm saying, concerning him um and his status with the Atlanta Falcons. Because we may be sitting with him for another season,
it
possibility,
is, yeah, yeah,
possibility.
yeah.
Now, um, me myself, I think it's at a point to where what I'm saying, somebody offer us a couple of seventh round picks and he out of here.
True.
You know.
It all depends on Kirk, though.
Yeah. I don't think that this season and the things that have choreographically happened after the season did him any favors. Um, to be honest, I honestly feel like we're gonna have a hard time. I figured we were gonna have a hard time, what I'm saying, trading him to begin with, the event to, what I'm saying, of the season.
Mhm.
You know, but this right here, throwing the team up under the bus the way he did, um, everybody was paying attention. Everybody was paying attention for about, I want to say about 32 hours, 32 to 48 hours. I mean, shit, he was the trending topic
Huh. Yeah.
after that event in front of a microphone. I played hurt from week 10 on. with no context.
No.
With no context. Now, like I said, Terry Fontenot did his best. My name is Bennett. I ain't in it impression.
Slide.
You know, in making it known, Kirk Cousins status, injury status report. There was only one. There was only one. Mic drop. There was only one.
Yeah. Boom.
So now, uh, that Exhibit A has been brought out for question. Uh, we can go on and call Homer and Bart to stand and find out what the hell is really going on.
You, you know what? I want to call Kirk himself to the goddamn stand. Because I want to know, when you said that you were injured in week 10, who the fuck did you tell
No, he said he
after
played.
that?
He didn't say he played injured. He said he played hurt.
I, hurt, injured, I don't give a goddamn. Who the fuck did you tell after that?
Well, according to Terry Fontenot, uh, he only told a person once because he was only one. He was on one injury report. He was only on one throughout the course of the season. He was only on one injury report per our general manager, one Terry Fontenot.
Mm, well,
Hmm.
it seems like he might be the problem child in this situation. Just saying.
You know, shit. Look like he cut the brakes on the car and jumped in there and told Raheem, I dropped you off at the crib and ran off a cliff on purpose. And then cut the strap on Raheem's seatbelt. So when they went off that cliff, he came out the car immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I mean, because uh, from my standpoint, my stature, you know, Raheem, watched the season, you know, go to hell, and in each week, like Kirk Cousins gives us the best chance to win. So yeah, what game you watch? What is going on the field that tells you that Kirk Cousins gives us the best chance to win? 'Cause I'm gonna tell you what them 4 games was. That was the Hindenburg, and he riding by on the little 2-seater and drops a couple of gallons of gas on the Hindenburg on the way down there and make the fire go burn even more.
Man, nose dive. Straight to a cliff.
You literally sat there and watched our season go straight to hell. You know, and like I said, it kind of puts us in a shitty situation for what we want to do, need to do. You know what I'm saying? In our current situation, I mean, because like I said, 31 other teams were watching this. They saw all this unfold. They saw him sit up there on national TV and tell the world, I played hurt. From week 10 on, I played hurt. I played all those games hurt. I was hurt bad. Yeah, okay, if you was hurt, then why was you on the field? If you was hurt, who knew? Who didn't know? Who did know? I mean, you can't tell me nobody in that facility of Flowery Branch didn't know your ass was hurt. And watching you on the field, you can't tell me that nobody in that facility didn't know that he was hurt. And then, like I said, Ted Fontenot saying what he said. Translation, just read between the lines. Nah, motherfucker, you ain't throwing us up under the bus.
Mhm.
You're not throwing us up under the bus. You was on the injury report once. So, you know, now us being in the position to wanting to move him or move on from him makes it kind of sort of rather difficult because it's gonna, make life rather hard. You know, nobody gonna want to trade for him after this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what? I mean, like, what do we do? What do we do with him that's not going to cost us uh 65 to $55 million in cap space? What do we do?
Well, on one hand, even if we do think about trading him, he has to give the okay because he has no trade clause.
Yeah,
That's one.
that shit right there.
So, I mean, and then we could just go ahead and could bite the bullet. I mean, we're going to pay that that extra 10 million, regardless. So go ahead and bite the bullet.
Bite that 65 million.
I don't know, man. Like it's gonna be tough, but
I mean, I may not be accurate on the count. I may not be accurate, but I know it's up there somewhere around there with 55, 65, somewhere in that gap on him. Uh, you know, um, it's petty pool is what it is.
I just what I don't want us to do is to play in limbo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Make a decision. Don't sit on your hands and try to make it seem like and then or you flip flopping and stuff like that. No, If you don't want him on the team, then go ahead and rip the band-aid off. Don't sit there and play with it. If you
Right.
do want him on the team, okay, let's deal with it one way or another. You can't have both ways. Because what I don't want us to do now, granted, I get that the Rams they got they ring out of it, but they cap strong. They fucked themselves up for the for a couple of seasons. What they I don't even think they had a first round pick for a couple of years, and that's hard to do when you don't know how to draft.
Yeah. Because by the looks of things, Stafford may be on his way to Vegas.
I'm they've already said that they I think your cap hit is a little too much for us. So go ahead out go out there and see what you can.
Well, shit, you know, a lot of people were surprised today when the news hit about, what I'm saying, Tom Brady reaching out to Matthew Stafford. Yes, Tom has wiggled his way up into that Vegas front office
Mm,
in a John Elway like capacity. This is happening. Yeah, this is happening.
any
It-
blind fool could see that was coming years ago. But
yeah,
who the fuck am I?
I said it when he first came on as color commentator. I said, this not gonna last long. He
Nope.
got an ulterior motive. He just doing this right now for you know for the time being. He got some shit in the work. Murmurs started coming around. He's gonna be heavily involved in Vegas activity and all. I'm like, yeah. He's gonna wiggle his way in, buy some shares, and you know, try to slide into the ownership booth. Cause I don't see Tom Brady as a coach. I don't. Um, but that's just me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he's looking like he's gonna be in Vegas in a John Elway type capacity. Um, and it's gonna be an interesting situation. Hey, Sonya,
You,
what up,
you
Micho?
know what's funny, Sam? They could do both. They could grab a Matthew Stafford and draft them somebody say like Shadur to learn under for a season,
That's look
and
like
then right.
exactly now because see now Shadur has been working out with Tom for the last 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Yeah, yeah,
Saying, just saying, the
yeah.
runway is clear. All they got
hmm
to do is just land the motherfucker. That's it.
And who did they hire as coach over there?
Who did they?
Because they fired Antonio. I hated that they fired Antonio Pierce, but I understood it
Oh,
because
Pete Carroll.
that's right, that's right, that's
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
that's right,
hmm
that's right,
I can see it.
that's right. Pete Carroll. Mm, yeah, you got your old school Super Bowl winning coach. Get you a veteran, put him in there on top of the rookie. You know, get give them training wheels for a season, and then boom. Um, Baddies and brooms, what's happening? Yeah, that's the name. Yeah. Um, so it makes for an unfortunate, interesting situation at this particular point for us. Um, it's like he's trying to push us into a corner with this stunt. Um, because at this point, I don't, you know, you're gonna try to hamstring us with you, uh, to because don't he got a roster bonus coming up?
I think it's I think it's 10 million.
Right.
Yeah, which they got until like it's a few days, I think, to which I don't see,
March the 1st, ain't it?
something like that. But they was gonna pay anyway, so
Oh, okay. So it's no real big deal, as far as that particular
nah.
concern.
I mean uh, now 10 years ago that might be a problem, you
Right.
know. But so with how the cap is now, that that's like a pebble now.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned that he has a no trade clause, which I think at this particular time, we're gonna give it. I mean, can we roll that? Can we roll through that, or I mean, do you know how that going to work in this system? Do we absolutely positively need his permission to move him in a trade?
Yeah, with a no trade clause, yeah.
Yeah. Mm, yeah, it's gonna be some of that A1 ass bullshit. If we do sit on him for another season, that's just gonna be some shit that's gonna be a question every fucking week. It's gonna be a question. Is there animosity between Kirk Cousins and Raheem Morris? Well, why Kirk Cousins is not starting? He's a veteran and blah blah blah. Now, all this other kind of stupid stuff. That's what that gonna bring. We sit on him for another season. That's gonna be every week. It's gonna be every week. We could start at the season 8-2, but the damn conversation is gonna be about Kirk Cousins as the backup. You know, that's the Mucho says March the 10th. We got to the March 10th on that.
March 10th. That's okay. Appreciate you, Mucho.
We got to March 10th on that. So that gives us a little bit of wiggle room as to what's going to be the actual play on old Bart Simpson. You know, because he had to get up out of here. Well, that could be a possibility too, Mocho. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that could be the way. We hang on to him, and then deal him, somewhere around the trade deadline or whatever. You know, that's
Or or we keep him until to like training camp, and there's going to be some of those. The injury bug might go around the
right.
league, and
Uh-huh.
somebody's going to be looking for starting quarterback or something like that, and they might be willing to work with us with his cap number.
Right. You're right
I,
about that. Yeah, you're right about that.
and all we gotta do is just we can find you know a cheap backup. They come dime a dozen.
Now, Musha. Now, I would wager to say, and it's just being, calling a spade a spade. You know, um, we had two receivers that were 1,000-yard receivers throughout the season, and most of those yards that they got with Kirk Cousins. Okay, um, I would still say Kirk was better. Is a better option. Even with this this latest stunt, I mean, because Aaron Rodgers he's turned into a locker room cancer.
Literally.
Okay, and I mean, and this ain't just happened.
Uh-uh.
Okay,
Nope. He was
the
like that in Green Bay.
the 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 last 4 years in Green Bay and this year in New York. It, what happened in New York ain't just started happening with him. Okay, um, Aaron Rodgers, he is the egotistical locker room cancer. You know, so that would be my reason for my answer would be Kirk Cousins would be better, is better, uh, it than Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers is a much bigger problem,
Mhm.
a much bigger problem.
Yep, I definitely agree. He 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 is a prima donna for uh,
No, no, it's straight up diva.
straight up. He
Straight.
no my
There
bad,
is no
my bad.
bigger diva in the NFL right now than Aaron Rodgers.
He is the prima donna. My bad. He's not a side attraction. He is the attraction.
He, he's the diva.
The
There is no bigger diva in the NFL right now than Aaron Rodgers. None.
you know,
You
so
know.
I agree. It's Kurt.
Oh yes. Uh, Now we're gonna pivot to the next topic. I mean, because I dropped a video short, which now has over 2,000 views. I might add as well. Um, on on this because I saw Warren Sapp in an interview and he was talking about Travis Hunter playing both sides of the ball, and there's been pushback from certain entities, people, saying he can't or he can't play both positions. It's impossible to do. I say no, it's not. We've seen it done. I think a lot of you all are afraid that he not only is he going to do it, but he's going to do it better than the ones that have done it. And you all, I think a lot of you all are afraid that when Dion said, and he did, when Prime told y'all at that age, comparing him to me at that age, he was far and beyond better than I was at that age. And y'all are really running around here afraid of just admitting that Dion is right. Warren Sapp said himself, man, I was a dog in college. And he was,
He was.
he was. He said, but man, this dude right here, he craves the game. He craves the game. I'd line him up on defense 60 plays a game and have my offense put together 2 packages of plays for him.
There you go.
You know, um, with that and listening to Warren Sapp, I kind of thought, and I raised the question, and you have to listen to the question to understand the question. Is Travis Hunter the best football player in this draft? Let me ask that question again. Let me ask it again now, so y'all really listen.
Listen, I want y'all to listen.
Is Travis Hunter the best football player in this draft? Think about it. Let it sink in. Let it marinate, and see if
What?
you understand what I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? And y'all can give some answers in the chat and to deliberate on this if you understand. Because I want to see if some of you are understanding what I'm asking. You know, because I think that question bears to be asked.
Mhm.
Now, I'm gonna go on and define the keywords in the sense of this question. When I ask Travis Hunter the best football player in this draft, what I'm asking you, okay, not just him as a player, because what he's able to do. Because remember, leading up to the Heisman and coming in the Heisman, taking the Heisman race, Travis Hunter said, if I had about 50 more catches and another 500 yards, I don't think that there will be any other question. And this is when they was talking in comparison with him and Jenny, the running back.
Mhm.
I mean, let's unpack this a little bit. Now, remember when they was over there at Jackson State now, and he was doing what he was doing over there. Well,
Yep.
he ain't doing that against D1 competition.
Okay.
They said that about him. They said that about Shador.
Yep.
Fast forward and move to Colorado. you know. Some of the plays he was making in Colorado were just ridiculous on both sides of the ball. He could take the top off of defense, bro.
Any moment.
He could take the top off defense straight up. He got that innate D hop, you know what I'm saying, ability to go up in traffic and get that thing. He could turn a 15-yard slant into a 80-yard touchdown.
To the house.
Now, obviously, and I think by choice, he's going to perform in the combine from a DB perspective because he can knock that out the box
Yeah.
easy. And self-admittedly, he said he wouldn't, do the combine as a receiver because he's not applicable of the entire route tree. Now that tells you his football IQ. That right there tells you his football IQ. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, the question is Travis Hunter the best football player in this draft? Now, I can give you the easy answer, and that's yes. Now, the truth about the matter is a lot of people that's going to say no, only saying no is because he's coached by Prime. I mean, a lot of the pushback or negative press, if you will, that's coming out against these kids, against these three kids, Shador, Shiloh, and Travis, coming because these motherfuckers hate Deion Sanders. I mean, Stevie Wonder could have told you, what I'm saying, Shador wasn't going to do the combine. Shit, there's enough tape between Jackson State and Colorado. There's no there. What would him do going out there and doing 7-on-7 drills show you that you don't already know about Shiloh? I mean about Shador Sanders as a quarterback. Because his statistical output did not change when they left Jackson State and got to Colorado. He was still walking up out of the dorm and handed him 425 yards and 3 touchdowns in a game. With the what was it, a 68% completion percentage? Yeah, you know. Um, but now, like I said, with Travis, he's gonna do the combine as a DB, and I know he's gonna knock it out the box. And I think, and also a lot of people seem to forget, you know, Travis Hunter is what 6'2", 6'3"?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, uh-huh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And what he got what is what, 6'10" wingspan?
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
Can you say Richard Sherman?
Mm.
Mm.
Well, I'm gonna say another name. Um, he's a faster Bobby Taylor. Remember Bobby Taylor?
That's nasty.
Yeah, yeah. Bobby Taylor used to play for the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, yeah, he's that. He can go up and get that thing at its highest point. Um, again, and I think it's gonna come because he's gonna, especially if he gets with a coaching staff that's gonna be giving him the kind of time and giving him the kind of, what I'm saying, maneuverability to, you know, soak up all this football knowledge that he's craving. You know, he get in the receiving room, you know what I'm saying, with a receiving coach and learns the route tree, you know what I'm saying, and get some cohesiveness with equipment. Yeah, it's uh, you know, barring injury, I think 2 seasons, and it's gonna be some difficult conversations going on about this kid, especially if he does what I think he's gonna do. You know, we got the draft coming up. The question now in Tennessee, and all eyes on me. What y'all gonna do? What is the situation in Tennessee?
Mm.
But remember, in the second half of the season, they had kind of made it public. They was hitching their wagon to Will Levis. Now they're gonna force feed Will Levis to Aaron Glenn, or they're gonna give Aaron Glenn the opportunity to handpick his quarterback. That's the question. Because if they're gonna let Aaron Glenn handpick his quarterback, Shadur's going first off rip, Tennessee. If not, if they're standing on business with Will Levis, Travis Hunter be the number one pick. And if Travis ends up being the number one pick, we're gonna see something happen in Cleveland that hasn't happened since 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 Eli Manning. Because the 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 pla- the Hall of Fame firm of Sanders Incorporated is not gonna allow Shadur to walk into Cleveland. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Dion is not gonna let Shadur end up in that dumpster juice shit fire in Cleveland. They will balk on that pick. I guarantee you. They'll balk on that pick. They will pull Eli Manning. And for those of y'all that are old enough to remember, or maybe a John Elway. People forget it was the Baltimore coach that picked Elway first, and he said, "Oh hell no, I'm not. I'm not going there. I'm not going to. I'm not playing for the coach." That's how he ended up in Denver. You know, I'm telling you, that we will probably see that happen if Cleveland calls Shadur Sanders' name at number two.
I don't see Cleveland picking no quarterback.
Who they got at quarterback? Because the word is they finna
Massage man.
who the word is they finna get rid of him.
How? Ain't they caps? Ain't they tied to him for another year?
In some circles, word is Cleveland going probably gonna cut him straight out. I think that bridge is completely burnt over there. And I mean, you got to think about all of it. Look, You got them every game. You got these women's groups out there protesting the game, protesting him. He ain't played a full season since he got there. You gave this man this historically unprecedentedly bad contract.
Y'all can y'all can
You
thank
gave
us
this
for that
man
shit.
260 million guaranteed unearned guaranteed money.
We did that.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Cleveland.
I mean, at this point, and you really did it to yourself. I mean, at this point, you got to have a fire sale. You got to. You got to have a fire sale.
Are they really smart enough to have a fire sale?
You got to have a fire sale, and it starts with Myles Garrett. You get what you can get. You get all the draft picks you can for Myles Garrett. You know what I'm saying? Um, what our boy name at running back?
Tyler Algier.
No, I'm talking about for Cleveland.
Oh, Nick Chubb.
Yeah, Nick Chubb. You get what you can get from Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
He needs a new scenery. He can't stay healthy in Cleveland. I think he needs to get out of Cleveland because I believe his next injury will end him. He's had two bad injuries in Cleveland. It's time. It's time for a new place. You know what I'm saying? You got a good little. You got two or three good young receivers that you can develop. Draft your quarterback, draft you a couple of quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying, and move on with life. I mean, from a PR perspective and from a team perspective, you can't go another season with Deshaun Watson. You can't. There are still accusations. There are still accusations popping up. There are still cases that are popping up with this dude.
We say that, but this is Cleveland that we talk about here.
Yeah.
They are not the smartest organization in sports. Period. They're
Well,
gonna drop the ball and fuck up.
yeah. That giving Deshaun that 267 million guaranteed, it set them back about a couple of decades. You was looking kind of smart there for a second. You done put your defense together, and you know, but there was some red flags, and I turned the blind eye because when you gave Denzel Ward $100 million, I started looking at you sideways.
Mm.
And that was the first red flag, and we really weren't paying too much attention to it. But then you go and double down on the foolishness and give Deshaun Watson 267. All the other 31 owners in the league were looking at Cleveland like, what the fuck y'all doing? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I'm talking about Jack the QB market all the way up. Now you got you're in this situation. Nobody but Predator Man is in your QB room. You you got to move him. You got to move him. You know what I'm saying? You got to move him. But you know, and then let's see. I don't see Carolina picking a quarterback either.
No, they not.
I think Carolina is picking a receiver.
I can see that. That kid from Ohio State. I can see him going right there.
Who that? Ain't that Tyler Warren?
No, what is his name?
Bet.
He booked I,
Oh, the receiver with the African name up there, Ohio State.
yeah,
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
him. I can
Well,
see him going there.
well, a lot of some of the draft experts are picking that Tyler Warren boy to come off the board first, right there.
Oh, well,
Yeah, it being the first receiver to come off the board, um, which would be insane in itself. But I would get it, especially right there. You got to get uh, uh, Mama's baby over there, Bryce Young, some receiver help. You got to. You know what I'm saying? He's ingratiated himself to that that staff. They seem to find a newfound faith. You know what I'm saying in him. So you got to get him some weapons. You shore up that offensive line and get him some weapons. You know, you need some receivers.
you, you you know what? So, McMillan from Arizona, he he could go there too.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, now this draft is stocked full of good receiving prospects. It,
Yeah,
it, it's it's chock full of
it's
receiving.
deep. It's really deep, but it's just not as outlandish as it was a couple years ago, or like when what's the guy that went to Cincinnati with Joe Burrow? His
My Chase,
huh?
Jamar Chase.
Yeah, it's not like his draft class where it's just like it's loaded, but it's deep. It's just
Yeah, I mean, when I say this receiving class, it's kind of, you know what I'm saying, kind of deep. I'm not saying that you're gonna, there's gonna be, 8 to 10 superstars in this class. But what
no.
what you have are a good. You have about a good eight that that could that could possibly be successful no matter where they're drafted in this class.
I can see that.
And then you probably have about 6 or 7 late bloomers that are gonna, that would probably take, 2, 3 years, and then boom, you're on the scene. That's what this class looked like to me. Because I think this tight end class is deeper than what a lot of people are saying
Yeah,
or believing. You know, um, but he was hurt a lot, Mucho. He was hurt a lot up there in Cleveland. He was missing games like damn near every other week. It looked like, but I mean, like not that major. I mean, but just knickknacks. Sprain, a bruise, a hyperextension, just you know
mhm.
mild sprain. You know what I mean? The best ability is availability. He got to stay on the field, man. He got to stay on the field. I mean, on the field, him and Bryce do have a little connection. You know what I'm saying? Adam Thielen is older than Methuselah, and he's injury worn. He's injury worn. He's had so many injuries. I mean, um, I, 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 I think Carolina would keep him on a vet minimum type thing, but paying him top notch receiver money, them days are gone for Adam Thielen. You know what I'm saying? It would be good to keep him on there to have a veteran receiver, in that receiver room because that room finna be full of youngins. You know what I'm saying? After this draft, it's gonna be full of youngins. So you want that veteran presence. So you throw him a couple of million, not robbing, but $2-3 million. You know, I mean, because it ain't like he ain't made money. Thielen has made money, so I, I don't think he would be coming in there realistically trying to break the bank. You know, right there. But it depends. I mean, he could come back in grand fashion shape, you know, and give us that another something that we used to seeing from him. Who knows? It's possible. Um, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Carolina is probably going to be the first team, the team that takes that first receiver off the board. Um, I can see. Well, let me see.
Or they could shock the world and take a edge rusher.
That's true too.
'Cause
That's
they
that.
they just
That's
got rid of Burns last year.
Yeah, because Burns is in. Matter of fact, Burns is in Vegas,
Yeah. So
and then but I think that other boy on that line, I think they getting ready to lose him. I think he's out of there. I'm not. Don't quote me now because I may be wrong. I may be wrong, but I think that Burns' ex running mate on that defensive line might be about to fly the coop.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You know, but with somebody asked me the other day, what did I think about maybe us trying to move up again? No, our
No.
pipe ain't
No.
that deep.
Nope.
No,
No.
and
No.
and life insurance wouldn't cover what we would have to do to move up to top five to get Travis Hunter. No,
No.
no, we're talking, you know, 2-3 seasons of draft capital for a move like that. You know, and for what we need, uh, no, no, because I'm of the mindset of us trading out of the 15th, trading out of the first round. Period. That's my mindset. The 15th pick come, going to the highest bidder. Make me an offer I can't refuse. Me a couple of second rounders, couple of thirds, maybe a fifth and a sixth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that type of deal. That type of deal.
Give me what you got.
Hmm. Now, financially speaking, no, trading for Miles Garrett is not in the cards. And let me tell you why. Because it would make no sense for us to trade a valuable pick like 15 for Miles Garrett, who would not, who will more than likely would not resign, would not sign a long term deal with us. And I don't think Terry Fontenot is in the business of renting big, what I'm saying, renting a big time player because that's basically would be that.
Especially when we just got done doing that
Right.
twice.
Mm-hmm.
With Justin
Same thing.
Simmons and
Uh-huh.
with
Judon.
the Red Sleeve. Yeah, Judon.
Yeah. And the same notion applies for Michael Parsons. Because Michael Parsons gonna want the drink truck, several drink trucks pulling up to his crib.
No, no, I'm good.
Truth be told, Michael Parsons is looking to become the highest paid player, not defensive player, highest paid player.
Mm,
You know, um, so all y'all talking about we should give you yeah, not gonna happen. We're gonna play this close to the vest. Um, a lot of y'all were talking noise about front row not being at the Senior Bowl. Well, our scouting department was at the Senior Bowl.
how about that?
Okay, uh, which is just the same as Terry Fontenot being at the Senior Bowl. Thank you very much for those of you that was out there making a big deal about him not being at the Senior Bowl. The scouting department, that's their job.
And if y'all haven't noticed, we do have some, some things that we have to, clean up
Yep.
uh, within our, our own team before, that's why he sent his scouting team
Mm-hmm.
because he knows that we have some work to do with this cat, so we can bring in some, some talent and improve this team, defense, offense, whatever, special teams.
Right. And that right there, bro, and we did have a coach there as well,
It,
along
exactly.
with the scouting department members. We had a coach there. So I mean, this witch hunt that y'all are on with Terry Fontenot, y'all are way off base. I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to put that out there. You're way off base. This witch hunt that y'all out here on Terry Fontenot, and he looked like he was unsure of himself on the press conference. He didn't know he did. He looked like he really didn't want to answer the damn question because he didn't want to be bothered with Kirk Cousins. He didn't want to be bothered with Kirk Cousins in the beginning because Kirk Cousins it was not his call with Kirk Cousins coming to Atlanta. And then after he pulled his stunt and saying what he said on live television, Terry Fontenot was straight up out on Kirk Cousins. He wants to get him off this team as quick as possible. He don't want to talk about Kirk Cousins. He don't want to be bothered with Kirk Cousins. And his dialogue about Kirk Cousins told you that if you was really listening, Kirk Cousins was only on the injury report once. So if you was hurt week 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, who knew besides you? Again, Terry Fontenot doing his best. My name is Bennett, and I ain't in it impression. Because right now, for the situation, Homer, Raheem Morris, Bart, Kirk Cousins has to explain who knew, who didn't know, and why was you playing if you was hurt? And if you knew he was hurt, why did you continue to play him? Because you got up there in front of the microphone each one of those weeks and talking about Kirk Cousins was our best chance to win. Lies. So, Mucho said maybe Terry had his eyes on a different prospect that day. Right, Muto. Right. What up, Georgia Texas boy? What's happening? What's
What's
happening?
happening?
Yeah, 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 yes, yes. So right now, uh, the seasoned suspects, as they were, Raheem Morris, not so dirty Kirk Cousins, uh, uh, right now under investigation. They can't leave. They can't go outside the Fulton County city limits because you have to. You have to explain. Somebody has to take official and initial, saying ownership and accountability for our season going down the drain like the Hindenburg and somebody pouring gasoline on it. And yeah, and that's what I was talking about that too earlier, Brian. I was talking about that. I mean, because not only does he have a no trade clause, but then also what team is going to want to trade? Everybody saw what happened, and everybody saw what he did, the way he did it, and when he did it. Everybody was watching. He was the number 2 trending topic behind Kendrick Lamar for 2 days. He was the number 2 trending topic on the planet behind Kendrick Lamar. Everybody saw that shit and heard what he said and trying to throw, Atlanta up under the bus. Hence, in Terry's version of the press conference, he said what he said about the injury report. Now, okay, Terry trying to get to the table with, a trade partner who ain't nobody stepping up. I don't think you could get a 7th-round pick for Kirk Cousins right now behind this foolishness. And that very well may be a reality, Georgia Texas boy. That very well may be a reality. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we would probably. I mean, because he you got. I mean, whatever's going to happen, if it does, we're going to see by March 10th when the clock strikes 12 midnight, March 9th, going in clicking over to March 10th. We're definitely going to see what's going to be what decisions going to be made. You know what I'm saying on him because I promise you, and I watched that that presser with Terry Fontenot, and the moment they mentioned Kirk Cousins' name, the look of disdain that was on his face. Okay, the look of utter disdain. Like, "Hey, you really gonna ask me this shit? I don't feel like talking about this motherfucker." You know, it just you're trying to make it quick, easy, and pain. Get your ass out of him. You know, I mean, but Kurt's definitely going is making it difficult. Again, he got the no trade clause. Number one, number two. I don't think nobody's gonna be trying to really hurry up and run fast. Such a trade for him. All things given from a moral perspective, from a you know being a possible locker room cancer perspective, you don't go on national TV and do what he did. You know what I'm saying? To do what he did. You know, I mean, what avenue, what way or how, you know what I'm saying, if we were too able to find a trade partner, you know, what would I think, you know what I'm saying, what would Coros Cousins to lift the no trade clause? What, him getting traded to a contender? Do you think? You know, even though I really don't believe that Terry Fontenot gonna try to trade into he gonna try to trade into the worst situation possible. So go sit go sit your ass to Indy and back up Richardson, because you'll definitely get some playing time. He damn sure gonna miss 5, 6 games out here trying to be Ben Roethlisberger. I'm just saying. Let's see,
Uh,
if we take some of that, could get a second or a third. Ooh, ooh, for Kirk, or we ain't getting no second or third for Kirk Cousins. I can tell you that now. We are not getting no second or third for no Kirk Cousins. No. His trade value is not that high. Um, the Saints need Jesus and a few disciples. Okay.
hold on. They just reported that uh, Derek Carr is their quarterback today.
Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. Kellen Moore is making a power move.
Mm,
Interesting. So you have Derek Carr. You know you make it nice with Alvin Kamara. Uh, you get your third piece. You need a tight end to get two quarterbacks in the draft, and maybe quarterbacks worth something in free agency. Wilson, Rogers, Donald, Cousins. Yeah. Y'all heard Abdul Carter may need surgery on his foot. Now, who is that?
what?
Who that?
Uh, prospect for I think from Penn State.
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. That sucks. That truly sucks. That sucks.
Yeah,
Having had
yeah,
surgery and you're eligible for the draft. Oh, that sucks.
yeah. That's not
That
good.
sucks. That really sucks. Ooh. I mean, what kind of surgery? I mean, it's going to be arthroscopic, or they got to go in there and reconstruct some shit, put some screws in a bolt and a clamp, and all that kind of shit in there. I mean, if you have any idea of that information, it'd be cool. Um, uh, oh yeah. Um, Sports Tea Dummy of the Week. Well, we have a repeat winner. Radio Raheem Morris, aka Homer Simpson, you know, aka phony politician. Mhm. You started out your press conference talking about Michael Penix is the starter, and midway through you talking about Kirk Cousins will be here with an opportunity to compete for the starting job, and I'm like, just stop, just stop talking. You continuously open your mouth, insert foot all the time. You continue to open your mouth and show us that you are not smarter than a fifth grader. You every time you open your mouth, there's an essence of stupid that comes out. It is. It is. It is. You know. I mean, right now, Raheem Mars is a triple crown winner. He has won this award for the third time. He's he's a three-time winner of the Sports TW of the Week. He, he, he's making a run. He's making a run. Can he win it for a fourth time? I'm quite sure. The week is not over yet, man. Man, right, right, right. Um, Once again, for for the for the matter of Ted Fontenot, man, for you idiots out there that look, he's the one person that has done his job. He's the one person that has done his job. He's the one person who has no faults or fates of job security. The mere fact that if y'all weren't paying attention, whenever you saw Arthur in the booth, you saw Terry sitting next to him. Not Rich McKay, not people, not Swanson, but Ted Fontenot. You know, y'all know anything about Arthur Smith. He normally keeps the people close to him that are doing the best work, that have job security, that sink in, you know. And then a lot of y'all out here mad at Terry Fontenot for coaching, you know what I'm saying, for coaching faults, coaching decisions. He's GM, not coach. I'm just saying. And yeah, Mucho, there's a the way things are looking, there's about an 80% chance at this particular point that not so dirty Kirk Cousins will be here. You know what I'm saying in 2025. It is. It is the way the situation looks at the moment. I mean, but Terry Fontenot has shown us that he's a very capable magician. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. You know. Um, but for the topic itself, yeah, Raheem and Kurt both have a lot of explaining to do on the events of last season, and on the events of the off season at itself. Are y'all in this together, or y'all infighting, or you know, somebody lying? Somebody lying. Somebody got to take accountability for blowing up the pilot cabin on the plane and sending us into a nosedive and crashing and burning. Somebody got to take. We got to get the black box to find out who guilty. Because inquiring minds want to know who knew. Inquiring minds want to know why. Because if you was hurt, why would you go out there on the field? You was hurt. Why did you put yourself above the team and play and you knew you couldn't? If he was hurt, Raheem, why did you keep putting his ass out on the damn field? 1 touchdown and 9 interceptions. Something wasn't right. Something wasn't right. I'm just saying. Now, in other news and notes, uh, you think we're gonna do the will Drew Dalman be here in 2025? Should he be here? Will he be here? Can he be here? Mind you, we're talking about the third best center in the NFL.
Look, I'm just put it like this. If we're smart and we want to keep Michael Penix healthy
Yep.
for years to come,
Mm-hmm.
you have to pay that man.
Yep.
I don't care what mountains you got to move. I don't care who you got to get off the team. Look, you got to pay that man because he has played his ass off for us for these past couple of seasons.
Yeah.
You pay that man.
Is Drew Dalman the most important free agent for the Atlanta Falcons?
Yes.
With no hesitation.
Yes. Without a competent O line, your quarterback is nothing.
The
Your running
offense,
game is nothing.
the offense don't work without the O line.
Nope. Quarterback and running back can't block for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Now that's a beautiful question, Georgia Texas boy. That is a beautiful question.
mm,
And I'm gonna tell you, my heart says yes that he gets extended. My mind is telling me it's gonna be a painful divorce.
mm,
Now there could be some kind of compromise, um, a restructure maybe. Um, I mean, because I mean, what would be the price tag? You know, what I'm saying of us extending him to a year or two. I mean,
great question.
what? I mean, like how would on the pay scale how would that work? You know what I'm saying? We talking about Grady. Um, I mean, is this contract up? Is his contract up this year?
Yeah, this is last year.
Mm. Ooh.
So I mean, what? Look, because somebody has said something on one of these interviews that they were doing at the combine that he could, you could like extend him, but then rework the deal where it's like you're paying him as a reserve, but it's not a slap in the face either, because you're reducing his time on the field, but he's still a vital part of what we're trying to do as a team.
Right.
If you could sell him on that and you get him to see that if you want to stay here for the next couple of seasons, you can retire as a Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
And with you and with these young pups that we have, you teaching them your tutelage and what you have learned over the seasons, we have the best chance to win with you in the building. What do you feel about that? Great.
Yeah. So the Secretary will say yes, you can extend the $20 million and spread it out.
Bonuses,
Incentives. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I would. I would.
Jair Alexander.
Yup. I damn sure would. If we're not gonna reward um Mike Hughes, I mean because he I, I think considering Mike Hughes had a hell of a year.
That would be yes, yes. I agree.
He had a hell of a year. If we're not gonna go back that direction and bring him back,
So
yes, I'm on the phone with Green Bay. What y'all got going on? We see the house is burning and the divorce papers are all over the table. What's happening? You know, I, I, you know, uh, if 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 we're thinking seriously about this thing, yes, I'm on the phone with Green Bay. Uh, what's up? I would, but that's just me because I think that marriage is over with. They kept that domestic squabble, what I'm saying, in house. But boy, that marriage is over with.
like,
Alexander and
look,
Green Bay, over with.
this is what I would do. I would either or, like you just said. If we're not gonna bring back Mike Hughes, now I'll give Green Bay a call. But I'm still drafting a cornerback in the
Oh
draft
yeah, no doubt, no doubt, no
because
doubt.
I'm trying to double dip because we are light at that second corner position, like extremely light. And I would rather to bring in a veteran and draft a young guy to learn under for a couple of seasons, and then soon as he retire or go, bam, he can hit the ground running.
Yeah. Now talk about a deep position in this draft class. Uh, kind of strong at cornerback in this
Mm-hmm.
draft. Kind of strong.
Yeah,
You got some athletes. Uh, you got some old school built type. cornerbacks in this draft. When I say old school, 6'2", 6'3", long arms. Uh, some old school Michael Haynes, you know, type. You know what I'm saying? Herm Edwards type. I know some of y'all ain't old enough to remember Herm Edwards playing. I know. Just, you know, I have to remember that sometimes when I be, you know, calling some names that y'all, because a lot of y'all don't, know anything past 2000. But, you know, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, here's some of these young talk about old school players, and then they ain't talking about nobody past the year 2000. Bruh, no, no, no. You know what I'm saying? You talking old school? Research yourself some names. You know what I'm saying, from the '70s, from them dynasties. You know what I'm saying, through that decade era with football was football. You know what I'm saying? When you could hit a motherfucker.
Better not bring your ass across that middle.
Listen, listen. Go back and pull up Steve Atwater. You'll see what I'm saying. You will understand what I'm talking about.
Talking about reckless abandon.
Yes,
Shit.
said y'all be talking that nub about Ryan Clark. You go pull up Steve Atwater. Go pull up Steve Atwater and see why, and find out why Christian Okoye retired.
Talking about a business decision. Mm,
Listen,
mm,
listen. All 260 pounds just said, you know what? I'm
mm.
going home.
Nope. You want some of this too, old man? No.
No. But look, it's y'all, man, stop playing, man. Y'all, boy, you understand? Yep, running like too.
Yes, I'm glad.
Yeah, yeah. It's something. And you want to talk about I don't think people really understand. Low key, running lot was crazy.
Mm, man,
He
look,
ran lot had a screw loose.
a couple of
Dead ass.
them.
I'm just saying, you know, shoot, what? Yeah, yeah, George Chicks, boy. Yeah, that's my thinking. You know what I'm saying? Um, if I'm not mistaken, I think AJ and Jair got the same agent. I think. Don't quote me on it, but
Mm,
I
uh-oh.
think I think Jair and AJ got the same. I think they got the same agent. I think I may have heard or read that somewhere, but I may be wrong. I may be wrong. But if somebody can, find that out, you know, we could be sure on these information. You know, whatever angle or lane that could be positive for us in this situation. Yeah, we take that. We take that. Yeah, yeah, and we have a revamped defense next year behind AJ, JB3. You know what I'm saying? Bring get Alexander in here. Yeah, and yeah, and I can see that. I can see that. Uh-huh.
Mm.
Mess around, and Grady get up out of here right into a
But,
Kansas City Chiefs situation
ah,
on that line next to Chris.
oh,
Next to
could
Chris
you
Jones.
imagine?
That man, look at him.
Jesus.
Mm. That I'm gonna
Look,
tell, and I'm gonna tell you what that would be. That would be the equivalency of when I watched Tony Casillas walk out of our locker room, walk into Dallas, and get him a championship.
mm,
Yeah, Tony Casillas walked right up out of him, walked right into Dallas, and got him a championship. That would be.
look, I'm gonna paint y'all a picture, right? This is back in 2017, back when we had Dante Poe,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
back when we had Rasheed Heyman and people like that,
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Babineau,
Mm-hmm.
Grady, and that,
Yeah.
man, come on, bro.
Yep.
Stop.
Yep.
No.
Yep. Oh man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, just a quick review. And again, I'll say it again. Travis Hunter very well may be the best football player in this draft. In on that discussion, uh, in reaction to Warren Sapp's comments about him, um, we have discussed and come to the conclusion that Raheem Morris and not so dirty Kirk Cousins are a person of interest and a key suspect, respectively, in as season suspects to the debacle of this past season. Um, we've learned that we have some executive, financial, and common sense decisions coming up, especially for this defense. And you know, to pick or not to pick at 15, I'd say not to pick and trade out of the first round, double up on some picks. You know what I'm saying? Seconds, some extra third, fifth, sixth, couple of seventh. We need capital. We need draft capital. You know, all of that within tonight's tea kettle, which is now empty. I hope everyone enjoyed the conversation and the information. With an 8, 9, 10 eyes on this particular stream, hit the like button for me. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, if you ain't, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't dialed in, subscribe to Mr. White Network. I'm on this journey, man. I'm halfway to five. Well, I'm almost halfway to five. 232, 232 something. You know, show me some love and I show it right back, man. You know, giving y'all these good things to talk about. You know, work your brains out. You know what I'm saying? Get your fix. You know, with these spodio, these conversations. You know what I'm saying? Me and the franchise. Um,
Yeah.
you know, Chauncey somewhere laid it laid out drooling. He was supposed to be in here tonight, but you know what I'm saying? You know, I believe LT somewhere uh, telling lies about a booty hole somewhere. You know.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Hey man, look man, they keep it eight. Yeah, keep it dirty. Most notably, you gotta keep it real with yourself. Let your next choice be your best choice, man. Hey man, hey, with the franchise, and the dirty one, Mr. White. Yeah, man. Peace. Like chicken
Peace.
grease. Yeah, Brian.
What he say?
He was like, not LT.
Yeah.